Dear students, today we will talk about chapter number 2 of the data visualization about selecting a proper chart type. So in this chapter we will see that what are the proper chart types for different kinds of the data. So we will see that how to create the charts and graphs using the Excel, how to edit it, what are the appropriate charts, what are the inside story of the charts, and the different types of charts to be avoided for your data. So this is like a makeover for you that how what kind of charts are available and how can we differentiate between the different charts. So sometimes angular charts are more important to us. Sometimes the length wise charts are more important to us. So since humans are good in measuring the length rather than the angle, so most of the time we go for the length rather than the angular one, which is the pie chart. Pie charts are good while we won't have some portion, while length charts are good when we comparing some more entities. So some of the common goals for charts are like composition, some of the like breakdown of the whole entity into the components like pie charts. Ranking is in order of the items in order of contextual importance. Sometimes we want to have relationship between two variables like um, whether it's like positive relation or negative relation or just like in kind of regression. And sometimes we go for distribution for the dispersion of components as a whole entity. So these are the few steps in the Excel chart. Like you can follow these steps to create different kinds of charts. And there is an insert button in Excel, and then you can go for like insert column bar and group charts and chart groups and then cluster column. So these are the few steps you can go for it, and it will becomes like more click and play easy things. You can also edit the charts. You can edit like um the captions on the x-axis on y-axis, and you can like remove the background, the grid lines, and there are a lot of options are available over here. Scatter chart are very important for if you want to have a regression line. So scatter chart are considered to be the best. It gives you the points for your data, like this one, and from here you can there are some options. If you click on the plus point, and you can have a regression line, you can have your equations with the y equal to the regression line equation. You can have the r square value as well. A bubble chart, these are the steps for the bubble chart, and it looks like this one. So here bubble charts are different than the scatter one. The size of the bubbles are increasing and decreasing with respect to the data. And you can edit as well. You should just right click and then edit it, and you can edit the x value, y values, and the bubble size as well. Line charts are good for seeing time series data. If it is in a sales data, if it is like stocks data, is a crypto data. So by these points you can easily know that where my stocks are going up and down. Line charts are, yeah, two multiple line charts you can also compare to. For example, if you want to comparing the stocks with another stocks, for example Tesla stocks with the Facebook stocks, or you want to measure like BTC with Ethereum. So these kind of charts are very good in that one. These are the steps that how you can create it. So please note down the steps so that you can easily create that one, and there are 3 steps for it. Column charts is also very good to compare two entities, and you can differentiate with the colors because humans are good in differentiating the colors. If it is same color, then it would be not that much differentiable, but the length usually helps you out. You can edit as well as per your liking, the axis and the background colors, or that one, the grid line. Here you can see the grid line behind the bar, and here there is no grid line. And these are like some some different like palette colors. Stakes column charts, like half of the column is showing one, like for example eastern sales, and another one the down showing you the western sales, or vice versa. Bar charts are also very like useful, and people are using very extensively. Choropleth maps are like very good to know that, for example, population, sales, or some other entities in your area. Yeah, how to build it this with, there are 4 steps. You need to select, like for example, your data, and then you need to click on the insert tab in Excel, which is very normal. And then you need to go for the chart groups, click the map button, and then select the field map. and then you can get your data along with that one. Heat maps are very good to showing that, for example, what are the intensity of a heat in some areas. Like for example, some areas are more colder, some are more heat, like hot areas. So in that case, you can see what areas like to be highlighted. So it is you don't need to go to the insert tab. You need to go to conditional formatting, and that one you need to select some style colors, like you can choose like a blue, white, and red color scale, or there are different scales available. Yeah. Built a tree map. Tree map is very interesting, and these are the steps for that one, and how it looks like that one. So for example, you have different brands like for selling it, and it could be like for example, if you are selling technology, beverages, leisures, automatives, and restaurant, and then in technology you have different like sub like grouping like Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Samsung, and in leisure you have a Coca-Cola, and then Disney, and automotives like Toyota and McDonald restaurant, KFC, etc. So you can make this one, and from like a broader, from generic to the more specific. You can edit the tree map as well. These are the steps that how you can do it. So you need to go to the format, data label, and text options and label options, and then you need to select the value. Okay, so table versus chart, sometimes you need both. You can keep it both, right? Yeah. So you can also add these two as well. It's good. Sometimes it helps you out to know to have both to compare whether your data is correct or not. Yeah, combined line charts and tables. These are the steps for if you want to have combined line charts and the tables. Waterfall is very interesting one, and it shows you about display how cumulative effect of the positive and negative changes. For example, the blue color tells you the increase, and the orange color tells you about the decrease in the sales or data or profit or whatever the quantity you want, right? And the gray one shows you the total. So here is like some examples. You can look at that one. So the blue one, there is a profit of $3,000 and then $9,000 and $16,000. While in the orange there was a loss or decrease $3,000, 3,980, and then 2,933 in the two orange. And then the profit was on the right hand side it is 4,693, and the total like you can see is 26,448. So the total means like the cost and the revenue together. Yeah, so this is like more explanation. You can go through that one. You can stop the video and can watch like read it more. Stock charts are very important. You can see over here that how the stocks are moving. So sometime the stock, for example, in 24 April, the stock was 57.93. It was on the high. In 23rd April, it was like 57.59, and on 22nd April, it was like an average. And the lowest is on 21st of April, which is 56.82, and then you have a on 20th April is 58.13, right? So you can see that by this way you can see you can decide whether should I buy the stock or not buy the stock or sell the stocks. Yeah, funnel chart is very important for HR team, especially for example, if you want to hire, for example, 51 applicants submitted the application, technical sound was 33, and finalists were 12, and seven got the offer, but only four were hired. So that by this way, you narrow down your like data as per the selection criteria. And this is the list of that which are like which charts is best in which one. So for relationship, scatter chart, bubble chart, line chart, stock chart, column chart, bar chart, and heat map, these are best for finding the relationship between two variables. For distribution, scatter chart, bubble chart, column chart, bar chart, and choropleth map are best. For compositions, bar chart, stack bar, stack column, tree map, and waterfall are best. And for ranking, column bar and funnels are the best. Yeah. So these are different charts to avoid. So there are different charts like here is a summary. What kind of chart should be avoided and what should not be avoided. Like for example, in this one, we can have it charts to avoid. For example, like this on the right hand side, you can see it's very easily understandable. If you draw like radar chart, so I think it's sometimes it's useless and it's not like that much easily understandable. So sometimes you need to avoid some of the charts, although it looks fancy, but it doesn't like give you more proper meaning. Yeah, on this one, the line chart is proper. Why we are using the area chart? So area charts are like is not like a good choice over here. Yeah, Excel gives you also some recommendations using the AI behind that one, and you can choose, you can rely on that one, or if you don't like it, so you can click on all charts and choose the charts which you like it. This is like discussion activity for the group, and this is just to check your knowledge whether you understand what we read today. And here's the summary. So in the summary, what we need to conclude. So you need to select a suitable chart given the goal of an analysis and type of the data. Create and edit through step-by-step instruction the following chart in Excel. And then we need a relationship chart such as the scatter charts, bubble chart, and line chart. Composition charts such as the cluster, stack, column, and bar charts. Maps such as like you should have a choropleth, geographical map, heat maps, and the tree maps, and specialized charts such as waterfall, stock, and funnel charts. And then we need to avoid some of the charts like as I discussed, like radar chart and the area chart. So thank you very much, and see you in the next chapter.